Howdy lovelies, how are you all doing? Welcome back to our crafting, where we learn, grow and craft together. Today's session, what will I call today's session? A play with circles, I think so. The whole idea is to work off the scrap box. I'll show you that in a minute. And as you know, I always try to incorporate circles in any possible way that I can in my projects. So without further ado, let's have a look at the scrap box. When the scrap box is starting to look like this, I know it's time to really put in some sort of effort to work this off. Now, what I mostly do is I will do a collage board or a masterboard, and strips like this will be used for sentiments. The bigger ones would be used for some faux postage stamps, which I have shown you some time ago. The challenge for me is always to record when I am doing these things, because I mostly forget to record and show you. So these things, the bigger pieces will be used. I'll take that out. We can do that. This, or these strips rather, just copy paper strips that a dear friend of mine that was helping me with a project at school saved for me, because she knows I would find something to do with it. The bigger pieces, like I said, would be used to do faux stamping. But if it's a card stock piece like this, I would use this as sentiments, those little one-word sentiment type of things. So let's get started. Like I said, I always love using circles. Now I'm going to take, this is quite a big piece that I'll rather leave for a card. That can maybe be used. This is also a card, coffee stain. That can be punched. Lots of strips. I see. There's a piece, there's a bigger piece that can be punched. There are a few strips there. And of course, I've got the trusty circle ball here close to me that I can also utilize. So let's see what's there that we can use straight away. We will still be, that can be done. We won't be using anything that we can maybe punch out. Quite a few, and I'm sorry for the noise in your ears. There's a nice strip. There's another. So let's see what we can do with these ones. Now, as we go on our rummage, you will recognize a few pieces from the latest videos, as these things often stay stuck on my workspace. Now I'm going to take a few of these ones out. Do I want the darker pink? Maybe that minky pink will work. Let's see what we have here. Oh, there's a few that can so easily. You know what? I'll keep that part for making faux. That can be a nice one. I'm just trying to work off what I possibly can. These ones can also go for stitch stamps. I'll use that. And if we need a few more, we can always come and rummage through here. So that is a glossy piece. Purple. Do I want some purple? Let's see. So now to grab what I already have, we've got a few circles. I always keep my circles, the little ones that I sometimes play with, and I make pockets so they're ready to grab, decorate, and just add something to. We've got a few there, half circles, some that have been punched out from book pieces, white ones, cardstock, craft stock, I mean to say. So let's see. Let me get the circle punches. My two biggest ones, I've got another one which is a 3-inch, and that is the rolling pin. I have another one that is a 3-inch circle, but that will be a little bit too big, I think. Now, let's see. These two have been playing up for some time, and they started tearing the paper. Now, a friend suggested I punch through foil. This is however hooking, so I think it might just need a tad bit of oil. I will try that. Maybe somebody can give me. This one seems fine. It doesn't hook like that one, but maybe it's just the type of paper that I was punching with that. So let's see. I'm going to, this is a thicker piece of paper. I'm going to just see what fits in here. This is 1 1/4. That's quite small. Let's see if this one will fit in there, which it might or might not. It's a little bit too big. That is 1 3/4 inch. This is 1 1/2. So let's see if it fits. We will punch it. There we go. And we stand on the one side. So I'm just going to try and use as much of this as I possibly can. And yes, it is a double layer. It sometimes helps to just start punching double layers instead of single layers. Let's see if this one will fit. Not quite. Not the best punched ever. And Then I've got this tiny, not enough, maybe on that side. And after this, I throw these pieces away. And it popped out right, great stuff. The one part not so successful, but we can maybe use it. See, it's starting to keep pieces there, and it doesn't punch out so well. So if any one of you have got some advice for me, my friends swore on punching out foil, aluminum foil or aluminium foil. For those others of us that knows exactly what aluminium foil is, this is a thicker one, so it should be okay. I just want to fold it over. It sometimes helps to get these out. Just make sure I see. I like to turn my punches over so that I can see where I want to punch and where it fits onto the hole. That way I've got a better idea of what's going on. Now this one I need to turn over because this one at the bottom is smaller than the one on top, but it should still work. Now I like to just punch the circles out first. That way they are worked off. Small pieces, throw them away. I do find that sometimes layering them up and having a double layer works better than just punching a single layer. It's as if it's then easier. See, this one keeps on doing that. I don't know why. It's been some time now that it is chewing the paper on the one side. And the people above me are moving furniture. Now this is not going to be a perfect little circle, but still usable. Now this one I would like to use the tiny one, if at all possible. See, it does the same thing. It rather tears the paper on the one side than to punch it. I will continue punching off camera till I've got quite a bit of these pieces done, and then we will come back and we will start creating. So I'm back after I've got quite a few more circles. You can see some of my punches really have got this rough edge. When I am punching, it still punches quite thick cardstock, but it refuses to punch single layer paper. Now I've got a few strips. Normally I use these for making, oh, there's another extra piece that I can use. That should have gone for making some postage stamps, or faux postage stamps. Let's see if this will fit in there. If it does, then fine. If it doesn't, so be it. Like that. And I need to turn this one over, as this will surely pose a problem otherwise. See, there's a putty not on there. And this one, though it's a single layer, it keeps on doing that to my punches. So really, if there's somebody out there that knows how I could fix this, please let me know. Alright, so I said the title of today's session is Playing with Circles. At this point in time, I have not the faintest idea of what I'm going to do. We'll see where it goes. I'm thinking of using some very unloved stickers that I got from a site that we are all familiar with. The language is not always the best, the quality not so good either, but I'll be using some of that. Maybe, I don't know, I'm saying I'm using it, I still don't know what am I going to do. I'm thinking of just playing with circles and see where we end up with. Now, borders can be something, not the big ones maybe something like this. Just have some sort of a idea. I think we're going to start playing. And I'm going to just fold this over, and we'll have two of those. I could have used my craft knife for this, but let's see. Let's put it in the lid, then it's easier to pick up. Now, I'm not going to think too much about this. I'm just going to start adding things. And I probably glued it now on the wrong side. Should have done it that way, but it is what it is. Let's see. I think it might be better if I just dump the whole lot here on the table. That way I've got a better idea of what I want to and not want to use. Especially like these buckets. I wouldn't be using the buckets today. Well, at this moment we certainly don't know. There might be a few, and as we go through, I will just try and sort them a little bit. They are really bigger circles, which I don't think I will be using at this very moment. But let's get some out here so that we can see. I am thinking of using more of the paper ones, like I even have a few that's already inked. How nice is that? So the white ones, probably not so much. I normally use that for stamping and making tags. I even have one that I punched out. I kind of like that. Really like that look. So I am going to add it. It was glued down on some yellow butter cardstock and paint, and then punched out, and that somehow stayed in the container, which is just awesome. Now let's get a bit of pink in there. There should be a minky color as well. Let's do that, just the edge. And I'm sorry, bumping over the glue stick in your ears. This is not a circle, not the bigger ones, those are maybe too big, but just wanting to see where this is taking me. And for this one, I just want to get a thin sliver of glue on the side. That's why I'm using the liquid glue. Just making, I guess, a cluster of sorts here. No rhyme or reason, and surely no plan. Absolutely no plan whatsoever. I like these little ones. I'll keep that for later. And we will finish it off somehow. Let's see what else we have. That can go in there, and that can go in there. Lots of circles. I like this eye also. We'll give a different feel to it. Let's get some brown. These cardstock ones, I wouldn't want to use those. They are sturdy and can rather be used as tags. See, that's what you get when you really don't have a plan in your head of what you are actually wanting to achieve. Then you really get different ideas forming as you go on. Okay, maybe there should be another one there before I glue that one down. Let's just do a It's really not a big variety, I must be honest. Another cardstock one. The cardstock ones are really too thick. And there are a few more there. I much rather want to use those as actual tags than to use them on a cluster such as this. The rest I think are more or less just paper. I kind of like that color. Just for a variety. And I'm going to put that in there. And then we set this one right. But now it needs glue yet again. Really no rhyme or reason to this. I don't even think I will be doing a second one though. I would want one of that. And I do want a tiny one that's already inked. I really like that sort of look. Let's do this circle. That will just there's really another one that says circle. I need something else, a different type of print though. So, wanting to get some different type of printing here, you can easily adjust anything, make it a circle. I'll just put that there. And then this one, maybe it will be a bit small. So let's pop a tiny one in there. And then maybe that one, that can work. This definitely has a vintage feel to it, but it can go anywhere at this very moment. It can still go steampunk, it can go truly vintage, it can go shabby chic. It depends on what we're going to put with this in the end to round it off. This is also a circle, but it will, I think, date it a little bit, which is not an issue. Let's do one more. Let's see if that one fits in like so. Then I need something there. Alright, so just that part. Will be best if this is eventually glued down into a journal, as the paper is not very sturdy. Now let's see where we can incorporate the eye, and if at all. I kind of like it there. There we go with those. Now the whole idea was to have the different type of print here. So this needs to just be extra glue there, be glued down into a project. One of those that has got extra, but this is lifting up. Just a bit of glue there. And there we have that circle cluster or border, call it what you want, embellishment that can now just be somehow finished off. And up at this point it can still go anywhere, just a bit of color on the edge to round this off. You can see the back is nothing impressive as it is different colors, and just utilizing that strip of paper so that there. Right, we need to just round this one off with something. I've got these small tiny circle stickers, some brown, yellow, green, blue and red, but with these ones I have a few that I would actually normally not use, so I'm going to just change them a bit. And now I just want some lighter ones, not too brown. There we go, some different shades. Then I can maybe incorporate one of these dark brown ones. Oh, well, they decided to be there now. That can work. Just a little something extra. And I still want to incorporate this little flower somewhere, maybe there. Flowers, clocks and eyes not necessarily go together, so maybe for another one. But I think this one is fine, and I think it will look awesome on a page. Let's do another one and see if we can change the look of this altogether. We'll use the same little bit of strips, and this time I'm going to use one of these. Maybe we should slot something underneath there. Old word search puzzles that I cut up as well. See, I have a lot of the same type of paper. Not many interesting pieces. So the same. I know what that is. I wonder if you know. That was the practice the other day for, just to make sure the stamp is working. To fix the page that had a blank spot on it, I stamped on a different. This was double, so I'm just going to pop that off. Right on the edge. I punched it right on the edge. So let's add that there. This is more browns sticking down. It will dry in a second or so. I think that can go there. Now we just need something of a different color in here. Just somehow. That can still lift up, so that's good. Just to break the monotony of the brown. And now I need to rummage to find something pink, a little bit more pinkish. And if I don't have, I need to make something quickly. I did not dip this ink blending tool into ink. It is the red one, and I'm just using that. It's some oxide ink that I'm using. It's still got quite a bit of color on it, and I think that is what I will use for this, just to get a different bit of color in here. And yes, my fingernails and fingers now red because I have been using. Let's do that. There we go. I like that. I need a little bit of red still there, so I think another one would do perfect. So it's a bit difficult to get this little circle colored, but I'm just pushing the color back on there. So let's see. Just need something different. That can work. Now, I like the bits of color there. Let's decorate this with some flowers, shall we? I've got these beige brown or pink flowers that's here on my desk, so let's see. Maybe a bit of lace or something, just a bit of something. Maybe it needs to stick off, just like that. Just cutting this diagonally across, just to have a different layer of something there. And for this I will be using and it's been open for a while, so let's just poke it. And there is a bit of glue now, so I'll just wipe the pen. That's kind of a big blob of glue, but let's do one of these flowers so that we do not close that, and then we can maybe add another either there, kind of like that, and then we can maybe put that one there. All right, some glue, another little blob of glue, and then just some at the back of this paper flower. So not wanting to close all of that, nobody will know what it is, but there we go. This glue will close, actually dry, clear. Right, I kind of like that. Do we want another flower up there? Maybe one there. I know normally it is in threes. Do we want it there? I think we want it there. So let's add that one. Again, not wanting to close all of that, but just sort of bringing this as a whole. There we go. Little bits of that. So we've got this one. I'll just put that to one side. And then grab the other one, which is now looking a little bit dull in comparison with the one with the flowers. Would we go ahead and add there also? No, we will just stick with that one so that it is flat as possible. There we go. We made some circle clusters, cluster borders. This can really look amazing. Let's see if I take something that is not a journal yet, but it can be added to the end. It can be a belly band, it can be a pocket. This one can also go on the outside of a journal to decorate that. I think that is awesome. There you have another idea to use your circle punch outs. Thank you for joining me today. If you try something with circles, please tag While We're Crafting on social media. I would love to see your ideas. If you want to see more content like this, give me a thumbs up. And as always, I'll appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel too. If you haven't done so yet, please hit that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload new content. See you back soon. Goodbye.